Lobsters, cockroaches of the sea. Today we are going to make lobster puff pastry puffs. So easy, you will freak out. Puff pastry. You're not scared of it anymore because you are a dinner partier, but we're still going to talk about how it's not scary. It comes like this in a square. It's really folded, big rectangle. You're just going to take it out of its wrapper. You defrosted it in the fridge, preferably overnight. This is not properly defrosted, but oh well. And we're going to be making little cups out of this, okay? So the fact that it's split into 4 isn't the end of the world. Sprinkle a little bit of flour. Not a lot, because you don't want huge pieces of uncooked flour. That's nasty. And we're just going to roll it out a little bit. This is frozen. I mean, you know, say your guests are coming and you didn't have time to defrost it properly. I'm going to show you how to deal with it. The more you work it, the less frozen it is, right? So keep working on it. So I'm showing you an example of not panicking. And you want to make this pretty thin. Oh, it's getting good now, see? We didn't panic. If it's frozen solid, you can't do it. From the freezer, it's not going to work. But if it's a little bit under defrosted, look, how long did that take me? Now, what I have, which you might have to buy, you may not have this in your possession right now, is a mini muffin tin. Get nonstick. Just get nonstick. Now, this is puff pastry. It's full of butter. Don't forget that. I'm going to use spray oil. Yes, it has a propellant. But look how little I'm going to use, okay? That's it. Because the butter is going to come out of these, and it will prevent it from sticking. I'm going to cut little strips, and from those strips, I'm going to cut little squares. And I'm going to take the little squares, and I'm going to set them into the mold like this. And you want to kind of press it up the side, and you're kind of making little rustic puff pastry cups. They also puff in the middle, so you have to push down with your finger in the middle, and then we'll cut another strip, and we're gonna make squares. And you don't need a big cup. I mean, like said the actress to the bishop. Now remember, these you can make for 3 or 4 days and put them in an airtight container after you cook them, and you can put anything you want in them. Smoked fish salad, or you can fill them with anything. Huge thick pieces you want to press and make thinner. And then we're just going to put this in the fridge, because the colder puff pastry is, the better it puffs. You're just going to paint these with a little bit of egg wash, especially the edges that are kind of exposed. And what this does, it makes it shiny. Otherwise, it's a kind of a dull-looking pastry, which is weird. It looks like you made a mistake. So preheat your oven to 400. I'm gonna put these in. And basically, I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm gonna look at them. They're gonna puff, they're gonna get brown. If it's brown all around the parts you can see and in the center of the cup, and it's puffed, they're ready. You take your thumb, like this, and you push it in the center, and you gently make a cup. And you can just store them in a little airtight container on a piece of paper. Look at that one, came out perfectly. I just stuck my thumb in it. Clean thumb, not a poo-poo thumb. And you want to kind of wiggle your thumb, you know, like a little bit. So here they are. I'm going to put the top on this. I'm going to put them in a cool, dry place. And I can use them to make appetizers really fast, if you have to. Like maybe a guy that you saw happens to be in the neighborhood. We're going to make lobster salad, but we're going to make it my way, which is very bright and light and luxurious, but not mayonnaise-y. I buy lobster from Lobster Graham, which is an incredible company, humane, etc. You want rapidly boiling salted water. For tips on how to boil water, look here. And you're going to take your 2 lobster tails and you're going to drop them into the boiling water. And you're going to do this for 13 minutes. If you put a lobster in boiling water, it's incredibly inhumane. It also makes them fill their body with adrenaline and stress hormone, which you don't want if you want to, it makes the meat taste weird. So the most humane thing you can do is to put it down on the counter, put a knife in the center of its head, and draw the knife toward its front. You will completely cut its brain in half, and it will instantly die. That doesn't mean it's not going to move. That's just its nerves, okay? It feels nothing after that. It's humane, it's quick. If you got to kill an animal, please do it that way. So you don't want to overcook it. Now 15 minutes is overcooked. It's going to be like a bullet, okay? 11 minutes, you won't be able to get it out of the shell. So for a lobster tail like this, it's really 12 to 13 minutes for it to be just cooked, because you want to have a little bit of difficulty pushing the tail out when you break it, but you want to still be able to finish it in melted butter. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a luxurious thing. This is just the tail, and it's really easy. There's a membrane here, see that? You want to put the scissors under the membrane and cut down the center of the membrane all the way to the bottom. Open it and pop out the tail. Open, pop out the tail. Ooh, it's hot, woo! Now, lobster, like shrimp, has a poo sac. So what you want to do is peel back this top layer and just look here. This one's empty. You want to take the red and peel it back. No poo sac. Okay, you want to cut down the center of the lobster, like that. The red is what people associate, so you want to keep it, you want to make sure you keep that. And you're just going to cut your lobster into little pieces. Now, this is perfectly cooked. People say, oh, I'd never eat a bug. This is a bug. So now I have some chopped shallots, some parsley that I washed and rolled up to dry it, and I have 2 lemons here, okay? I'm going to now sort of luxuriate the lobster by bathing it, essentially, in melted butter. About this much, throw it in the pan. And we're not going to use that butter in the finished salad. We're going to kind of scoop the lobster out of that butter. Into that butter, I'm going to crack some very big cracked peppers. I'm going to take a large kaffir lime leaf, which smells like perfume. I'm not going to use this in the salad, but I'm going to use it to flavor the butter. Okay, picking up the shallots. Shallots are going in. I'm going to cut a lemon in half. And I'm going to squirt both halves in there. Oh, now we're cooking with gas, as they used to say. And I'm going to put our lobster. This is a precious commodity. They're not endangered by any stretch, but it's expensive, so you don't want to mess it up. And you're just sort of bathing it in butter and kaffir lime flavors and a little bit of salt. Okay. And then we're going to add the chopped parsley, a few leaves of mint that I've just crushed up in my hand, and I'm just going to cut them quickly, and we're just going to add that. And that adds a little bit of brightness and joy, okay? And now you just leave that to kind of enjoy itself a little bit. You have made your pastry cups, maybe you just made them, maybe you made them in advance. Prior to filling them, you can crisp them up in the oven at like 200, just for a few minutes so they're warm. This can be made in advance and stored in a container in the fridge with a little bit of the butter, but you know what? You're going to have to reheat this because the butter will solidify in the fridge. All of this can be made in advance. I'm now going to take it out of the butter. I'm going to kind of press it on the side so it's not too buttery. You go into the butter and make sure you get all the deliciousness out. Kind of mix this together. And I'm going to put the smallest amount of mayonnaise in there, just to kind of hold it together. Now, the boy is coming over. You turn the oven on, 200, 180. Just warm the puffs so they're crispy, okay? Oh, ding dong, the boy is here. Take them out. Oh, I was just gonna make some lobster puffs. Would you like one? You pick up some lobster and you overfill it like that. pretty elegant, pretty delicious, pretty festive. It's a little bit epic, but that's what it's all about, right? So this is a lobster puff. You can never have enough. Ooh, it's hot. Woo! Ay, ay, ay.